Let's say you've been waitlisted for a graduate program. You might be feeling a mix of emotions: hope, frustration, maybe even confusion. Well, let me say this. Being waitlisted is not a rejection. It means the program sees potential in you. That's a great thing. But they're working through some uncertainties like space or funding. So having had friends that have been through the waitlist process, I know that it can be tricky. And myself, I've acquired a master's and 2 PhDs, so I'm really acutely aware of what it's like going through these different scenarios and different processes. And I've had many friends and colleagues that have done the same. So I know how stressful it can be. So in this video, I want to help you understand what being waitlisted means, the steps that you can take, and ultimately how you can plan for all possible outcomes. Let's start with the basics. Being waitlisted means the program likes your application, but maybe they don't currently have a spot for you. This could be due to limited funding, a cap in admissions, or simply waiting to see how many accepted students confirm their spot. Think of it this way: you're still in the running. I've seen many cases where being waitlisted turned into an acceptance later on. If you have been waitlisted, the first thing to do is confirm your spot in the waitlist. Some programs require you to formally accept the position, so make sure to follow their instructions. When confirming, keep your response polite and, of course, enthusiastic. For example, you could say, "Thank you so much for considering my application. I'm honored to be on the waitlist and I'm very interested in joining the program. Let me know if there's anything else I can provide to support my candidacy." Essentially, be available, be enthusiastic, be positive. This is only going to help you. Next up, consider sending a follow-up email to the admissions office or your potential advisor. This is an opportunity to express your continued interest and provide any updates since you submitted your application. For instance, you could send an email that would say something like, "Hey, hi there. Since submitting my application, I've completed a certain project, published a paper, which I believe aligns with the program's focus on a specific area, and I'm deeply interested in joining the program. And I'm happy to provide any additional information that might help." I think this is a great way to help yourself stand out, and it's also a great way to demonstrate your continued and renewed interest in this program. Of course, understanding the waitlist timeline can be tricky, and waitlists typically move after the program decision deadline for accepted students. This could be weeks or even months after you're notified, and the timeline depends on how many accepted students decline their offers. So ultimately, check the program's website, contact the admissions office for an estimate of when you might hear back. But knowing the timeline, I think, is a great thing to try and do if you can to help you manage your expectations and remove some of the stress that will come from knowing where you stand. Also, I think while you wait, it's important to plan for all possibilities. And here's some things you could do. Consider other offers. If you've been accepted to another program, weigh its pros and cons, keeping the waitlist in mind. You could research additional programs with rolling admissions or later deadlines. And if you don't get off the waitlist, think about how you can strengthen your application for the next cycle. So preparing to reapply is also a great strategy too. It's also important to be realistic about your chances while staying optimistic. Not all waitlists move, they just don't. Many do, especially for programs with competitive funding packages, but it can be tricky. So remember, being waitlisted means you've qualified and considered a strong candidate. And even if it doesn't work out this time, you have made an impression, and that could help you reapply or pursue other opportunities. Finally, I would say focus on what you can control. Keep building your skills, exploring your interests, and preparing for the next steps in your academic or professional journey. Waiting can feel passive, which is somewhat counterintuitive, but staying proactive will keep you moving forwards. So being on a waitlist is a challenging position to be in, but it's also a hopeful one. By staying engaged, planning for outcomes, and focusing on what you can control, you'll be ready no matter what happens. So I hope you found the video helpful. You can check out our other videos for advice on grad school applications, including interviews, managing rejections, what to do if you are accepted, staying sane while waiting for an answer, and many more. And as always, I would highly encourage you to check the GradCafe.com, especially our forum, to interact with other potential grad students or even alumni of grad programs that are going through the same process and might have advice for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Can't wait to see you in the next one.